Somebody who spent the last decade so tired, I thought there was something wrong with me. I went to countless doctors. I mean, I did have things wrong with me, that I will say. But the fatigue, the brain fog, I was like, is it normal to wake up every day exhausted, not sure how I'm going to get through the day? What I've learned is no, it's not normal. I'm 42 and I don't feel that way anymore. For me, perimenopause. I think my hormones started going out of whack in my mid 30s, and then things really took a nosedive, and that's what I needed to have a hysterectomy, and I had all kinds of problems. But the fatigue, I could not shake for such a long time. Find a doctor who will listen to you. Get your hormones checked. Hormone replacement therapy pretty much changed my life. And I think that so many people, so many physicians especially, are afraid to prescribe them because of old, antiquated ideas around what, adding in hormones means, especially for women. A lot of doctors for a really long time stopped doing it and found out that it was actually worse for women not being on hormones than it is being on them. So grateful to have a provider that has listened to me, and I'm on hormones now. I feel amazing. I'm so grateful. If you guys want to talk more about perimenopause, let's do it. So wild to me too is that we could have so many things wrong with us, and like the doctors will avoid running certain tests that are very inexpensive to run, because I think that there's just not a lot of focus on perimenopause and menopause and hormonal changes. There was a recent episode of the Armchair Expert podcast. They had a menopause expert on, Mina something. It was about a month or two ago, maybe longer, around there, but it was very eye-opening. And one of the things that I learned is that, especially like when you're in med school, what they teach you about menopause, it's like a very, very short part of their learnings. It's literally like an hour. So they just don't know a lot. And so I think a lot of doctors just avoid testing for that, or they're apprehensive to prescribe hormones because of an antiquated link to breast cancer, which was what I heard and what I've read and what my physician said and what this woman said, was that it was like a flawed study that was done. Things like I never even thought of, but a lot of the women I know in their 40s and 50s and older have rotator cuff injuries and problems and are having surgeries on their rotator cuffs. And I didn't really understand it, but this woman said there's actually a link to menopause and shoulder issues and rotator cuff issues. So there's a lot of links to a lot of things, but I think it's a really deep conversation. But being on HRT changed the game for me. That's it. So find a doctor who listen. Find a doctor who specializes in it, who will actually look at your blood work and not go, why? Why do you want to check your hormones? Why? It's such a big part of how we feel every single day. And it's kind of wild that more doctors don't listen or try to educate themselves more on it so they can better advise their patients.